Check it out, guys. So I just realized I've got fog lights down here. Yeah. So I went looking for the switch so I could turn on the fog lights, but it turns out, well, I'm looking inside, I can't find a switch for those fog lights. So I'm thinking, what the hell is going on here? I'm thinking maybe, because I've had this car for a few weeks now, right? I'm thinking maybe the previous owner installed some fog lights and didn't know how to wire them, so left the job half done. But then I went online and no, because the 2012 Altis comes stock with fog lights. So why don't I have a switch in the car? So I put two and two together. Yeah, this car was in an accident. So maybe there was an issue with the lights. So they replaced, and maybe it could have been an issue with the wiring. So they replaced the shaft, which is for the lights and the turn signals, because mine is the older model and it should have a switch here for the fog lights, but it does not. So I've ordered a new one. I've ordered a new piece, the 2012 model with the switch for the fog lights. And I'm hoping if I replace that, I'm gonna be able to turn those fog lights on. So crossing my fingers. Stay tuned for that because that's the next video I'm gonna make on this channel. Yeah, I'm gonna switch that out. So I'm gonna show you guys how to switch that shaft out right there. And hopefully get those fog lights in, because, so if you guys watch my last video, I switched out my stock headlights and I put the 6000s, the 6000K HIDs. Well, actually LEDs, and the LEDs were really bright. Actually, these right now we're looking at are these are also 6000, but these are 6000 xenons, HIDs. And there's a hint of blue in these. There is a hint of blue, but today, I've been waiting like 2 weeks. They came from China, so they're finally here. I've got the 8000 and I've also got the 12,000. So I'm gonna switch those out because apparently the 12,000s are supposed to be really blue. I should probably turn them off right now so they don't get so hot because I'm gonna switch them out right now. But yeah, well, we can look at them. The 12,000s and the 8,000s are supposed to be really blue. You do see a hint of blue though in that 6,000. So I'm really looking forward to see what the 12s are gonna look like, because I'm thinking if these 12s are really blue, I'm gonna leave these 12s in the fog lights down here. That's gonna look really sick. And maybe I'm just gonna go with the 8,000s as my dailies. The 6,000s are pretty good, but yeah, so I switched them out. I don't wanna put them back in right now. But if you guys watched my last video when I changed from the stock, I had the 6,000 LEDs in there. The 6,000 LEDs are really white. So actually, if you are looking to buy head bulbs for your car and you see either LED or you see HID xenon, they are different. Xenons and LEDs are different. LEDs are a lot brighter. But you guys just saw these that I have in there right now. These are HIDs. And there is a hint of blue. There is a hint of blue, but they're not super bright. The LEDs are just really bright white. Anyways, what I'm gonna do first is, I guess what I'll do first is I'll keep one 6,000 in there and I'll put one 8,000 and we'll compare them. And then I'll take the other 6,000 out and then we'll compare the 12 to the 8. All right, let's do it. So the only problem now is that the boxes are the same and I can't tell which one is the 8 and which one is the 12. I guess it's got to be in the small print right here. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, so this is the 12 and this is the 8. All right, let's put these in. Put my glove on. I want to burn my hand on this bulb. These bulbs get really hot. I'll just put one in first. I don't see a difference. I don't see a difference. Okay, I'm a little bit sad. They did take, so I ordered these came from the same company, except these took longer to come. And it does say 8,000 on the box. I don't see a difference. Maybe I'm gonna have to make this video again in the night. You guys see a difference? I do see a hint of blue. Actually, there is a bit of a difference. Oh, okay, so, because when I was looking at the LEDs, I was saying the LEDs are really white and bright. There is a difference. They're not brighter, there's just more blue. Okay, so that's it. Maybe the camera's not picking up. They're not brighter, it's just there's a more hint of blue in the 8,000. They're actually more dim. So that's why I guess they're not street legal, because they're actually more dim. There's a hint of blue in that 8,000. Oh, camera, I don't know if the camera is picking it up. Yeah, there's more blue. Yeah, you can see like off the glare off the side, there's a lot of blue in there. Okay, yeah, and then so if we do that on this side, oh, you can also see that blue, because these are both xenons. I guess, no, but I don't know if the camera is actually picking it up, but there is more blue in the 8,000, and this is probably gonna shine a lot better in the night. All right, let's switch it out. I'm gonna put the 12 in. Let's see if we can get a difference. From the side profile, you can see it. All right, let's put the 12 in. This is the 12. Oh, I already see a nice, whoa. Okay, that is clearly blue. That 12, oh, those are my fog lights for sure. That is clearly really blue. Yeah, that is clearly really blue. There's no mistaking that right there. Wow. Yeah, that's a 12. Yeah, that's definitely not street legal. That's not even bright. It's not even bright, it's dim. Yeah, so now that I look at the 8,000s, they're actually not brighter. It's just there's more blue in it. But I don't know if the camera is picking that up. From the side view, you can see it. They're actually not brighter than the 6,000s. And xenons are a little bit dark. So the LEDs that I have are really bright. Oh, those are definitely my fog lights. Those 12s are definitely going in the fog lights. Yeah. They're not bright. Okay, we're gonna have to turn this camera off, and I'm gonna have to record later on when it gets dark. Okay, so now that the sun's gone down, we can see the difference between the 6,000 and the 8,000. Turn them up right now. Yeah, so it's strange because so the 6,000 is on the left and the 8,000 is on the right. But I don't see any blue at all in that 8,000. And these are from the same company. So I'm thinking maybe she or they sent me the wrong ones, because they're supposed to be blue in those. And I don't see them. They're a little bit brighter, but there is no blue at all in those. I see blue in the 6,000, and I'm thinking filming in the daytime was better, because I don't know if the camera is even picking it up, but I can see some blue in that 6,000. I don't see any blue at all in the 8, but maybe that's just because they sent me the wrong ones. But there isn't that big of a number gap between 6,000 and 8,000, so I don't know. If anything, I'm sticking with those 6,000s because I like that little hint of blue. But anyways, I'm gonna pull one of them out, the 6,000. I'm gonna put the 12 in right now. Now those definitely have blue in them. The camera is not missing that. Well, actually, it's a lot more blue in real life than I'm looking at on the screen. Like you could see, if you look at the middle of the light bulb, you'll see like clear white, and then surrounding the casing, you're seeing the blue. But in real time, I'm looking at just like solid blue color. Like that is really deep. Not street. Now I understand why those are not street legal at all. And not just because they're blue, they're actually kind of dim. But I'm really sad about those 8000s because I'm pretty sure those are supposed to have at least a little hint of blue, but they don't at all. They don't at all. But these definitely not street legal, but those are going in my fog lamps for sure. So I'm putting those 12000s in the fog lamps for sure. I just gotta wait for my switch shaft to come. Yeah, but those are definitely going in the 12s. So stay tuned for that next video because I have a switch shaft. We're gonna be replacing the switch shaft right here. So I actually have a switch to turn those fog lights on, and I'm hoping that's all it is because I don't have a switch in there for some reason. But I'm hoping that's all it is, and those 12000s are going in the fog lamps, and that's gonna look sick. Yeah, those are really blue. I don't think the camera is picking up how blue those really are. That's a really deep. That is definitely not street legal, 12,000. But anyways, stay tuned for the next video, guys. Catch you in the next one.